Welcome to Crisis in Perception, where we examine the systems shaping our world, one book at a time.
Okay, so today we're diving into Ariel Lawhon's incredible historical novel, The Frozen River. But look, this isn't just a book report. We're actually going to use this story as a kind of lens to understand something much bigger, how our institutions actually construct what we call truth.
So picture this, it's the dead of winter, 1789 in Hallowell, Maine. In this setting, it's not just a backdrop, it's practically a character. This place is, well, it's the frontier. It's isolated, it's raw, and it's a place where justice is shaped as much by reputation and authority as it is by any formal law.
And that whole system gets pushed to its absolute limit when a body is found frozen solid in the Kennebec River. Suddenly, this one discovery splits the town in two. Two completely different versions of what happened start to form, and they are on a collision course. This is where the battle over truth really begins.
And here's the central clash. On one side, you have Martha Ballard, the town midwife. Her conclusion is based on decades of hands-on, real-world experience. She sees rope burns, fresh bruises, and she says this was murder. On the other side, you've got Dr. Benjamin Page, the Harvard-educated physician. His authority comes from an institution. He declares it was an accidental drowning. Two experts, two completely different truths.
So you see, the real conflict here isn't just about the evidence, it's about the system itself. When you have these two kinds of knowledge, one practical, informal, and the other official and credentialed, smashing into each other, how do institutions like the court decide which one is real? Well, the story suggests it has a lot less to do with the facts and a whole lot more to do with whose voice the system is built to hear.
And this leads us to this really crucial concept, gendered credibility. I mean, think about it. Martha Ballard has delivered nearly 1,000 babies. She has tended to countless bodies. She knows her stuff. But her expertise is just dismissed. And why? Because she's a woman and her knowledge doesn't come with a fancy degree from a male-dominated system. Her expertise is seen as just folk wisdom, while the doctor's is seen as science. It's a textbook example of this bias in action.
And just listen to how authority talks. Dr. Page uses this formal language, professional opinion, postmortem state. These aren't just medical terms, they are weapons. He's using the official language of his institution to frame his conclusion as the only possible one, basically shutting down Martha's observations before they're even on the table.
So, what do you do? How do you fight back against a system that's literally designed not to hear you? Well, Martha Ballard has a tool, and it's her diary. This journal, where she meticulously records everything, becomes more than just a diary. It becomes her weapon of resistance.
We really need to see her diary as something else entirely. It's not just a journal, it's an alternative archive. While the official court records are busy writing one version of history, Martha's diary is over here, quietly preserving another. It's holding all the truths that the official system wants to ignore. It's a counter-narrative written in the margins.
And this part is just brilliant. She starts using the system against itself. She knows she can't make them believe her truth, but she can make them acknowledge that her truth exists. By demanding that her dissenting opinion be entered into the court documents, she guarantees that the official story will never be perfectly clean. She puts a permanent crack in their narrative.
You know, this whole conflict, the competing truths, the hidden evidence, the power of records, it's all perfectly captured in the book's central metaphor, the frozen river itself. Think about it. The river freezes, and the ice traps the body, concealing the crime. In a way, the ice is acting just like the official system, right? It freezes a single, convenient version of the truth in place. But at the exact same time, the ice is also preserving the body, holding all that evidence of murder just below the surface, waiting for a thaw to reveal what's been hidden all along.
So at the end of the day, what this story really helps us see are the nuts and bolts of how history gets written. It shows us that what we often call truth is really just the story told by those who had the power to make it the official one, while other truths are left frozen, just waiting to be rediscovered. This quote from the author's note just lands the final point so powerfully. Without her diary, Martha Ballard would be a ghost. The official records, the tax lists, the censuses, they barely even acknowledge she existed. Her diary is the only reason we know her story, her expertise, her truth. It's a chilling reminder of how easily systems can erase people from history.
And that leaves us with a pretty heavy thought. If history is made up of the records that happen to survive, what about the ones that don't? The stories we lose aren't just empty spaces. Their absence fundamentally shapes the world we live in now, and it makes you wonder, Whose truths and whose expertise are being frozen out of our own official records today?
For the full, long-form deep dive into this book and its ideas, follow the link in the description. If you enjoy this kind of systems-level analysis, please like, subscribe, and comment with books or topics you'd like us to explore next.